speaking of the blowback, so we have the political blowback to what happened on the siege of the Capitol, but then we've also had uh the FBI just out there asking Americans to snitch. I have never seen a snitching campaign like this in my life. Reaching out to USA Today, reaching out to
TMZ
it is
released like a slate of like 100 people's faces close up. Whew.
this is snitching to the highest order. I can't back this.
Listen, I don't care about these. I don't care about these stupid people that decide to storm the Capitol. If I saw somebody on there and I recognize them and be like, "That's this person," I don't care.
These un-American people.
Y'all are dumb. Because first of all, why do you think? I'm talking not you. I'm talking about the stupid Trump supporters that went to the Capitol. Why do you think you could go and break law by trespassing on federal property, and then you could just go about your lives like nothing happened? Like, why do you think that nothing is going to happen to you? I don't understand.
Did we ever discuss what we thought? I know last time we discussed that we thought maybe it was like an inside job, but have you fleshed out your opinion more on that? Because I have.
About if it was an inside job or not?
Just like what do you think happened? Because there's a lot of sketchiness around it, like details being released.
I was talking to somebody about this earlier, and I forgot. Wait, hold on. I think I have.
You have like an article or text somewhere?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if an article. I'm trying to see if an article was sent to me or if I just had this conversation, but I forgot what the conversation was. Oh, yes. Here it is. I meant to read this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I didn't read the article. Okay. So I'm gonna skim it.
Yeah.
So panic buttons installed on Ayanna Pressley's congressional office were torn out before rioters stormed the Capitol last week.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Grow, who serves as Miss Presley's chief of staff, was with the Congresswoman when President Donald Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol building last Wednesday. She told the Boston Globe that she had reached for the panic buttons installed in Miss Presley's office as they tried to barricade themselves in. But when they went to press panic buttons, Miss Presley's staff saw that they weren't there and appeared to have been ripped out. So that's sketchy.
I saw that story. I also saw a story from some congressperson who said that I think before the 6th there was people, they were like doing tours of the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
And she believes that it was a planned attack. My theory, number one, I don't think this. Okay, so here's what I think happened. They knew weeks in advance that Donald Trump will be doing the Stop the Steal rally on Capitol Hill.
Yep.
Right. So that was public knowledge. We also know that these people were the most pathetic insurrectionists we've ever seen in our life. I mean, they didn't even have guns, most of them, right? And they always have guns. So the reason they didn't have guns this time is because D.C. is not an open carry state, so they didn't have weapons. But you can't take over the Capitol without any weapons. You know that you have to go through Capitol Police. You know you have to go through the police that are inside the Capitol as well. You know this. So if you really thought, hey, let's go in there and take over the Capitol building, you will need some type of weaponry. That was not to be found. But to your point about the panic buttons being removed and the tours of the Capitol days before and those things, I think what happened is there was planning, and then also the pipe bombs that almost no one's talking about.
Yeah. No one's talking about that.
No one's talking. And those two dudes look the sketchiest. The dudes with the pipe bombs that were found at the RNC and in DNC. I think the plan was so the rally was organic, I think. Right? Trump just doing his Trump thing. The crowd was organic. Most of them. I think what happened is a small group of people plan to create a deadly event by exploiting all of these natural phenomena.
Okay.
That's what I think was supposed to happen. Because imagine if those two bombs, Shannon, went off. One at the RNC, one at the DNC. It's a serious incident, but let's be honest. We're probably going to all forget about this in like 2 months. If those bombs had went off, this would have gone down in like American history, like you know, as a huge event. And then also the fact that they were. Did you see that clip of them talking about hanging Mike Pence?
No.
Yeah, it's like a video of Trump supporters hanging Mike Pence, hanging Mike Pence. Um, but Donald Trump wouldn't want Mike Pence hanged. Somebody else might have.
Mhm.
And so, remember, last time I said crowds are weird. Like human behavior in crowds, it's hard to explain to people if you've never been a part of like these big political crowd events. So I think the story that's being missed. There was like a small group of people that was trying to inflame the situation for political purposes. They failed, and that angle of the story is getting swept under the rug because there's also been a bunch of reports released that a bunch of the people there were like cops, undercover cops, and
Yeah.
people like that they
Or
flash their
cops off
badges.
duty.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
flash their badges to get into the Capitol, and so all of this stuff is just very, very weird and strange. And I don't know what to make of anything. Just being honest, it's a weird story. This could be like a Jeffrey Epstein where we never get to the bottom of like what really happened. But I would love for somebody to at least try to figure out. Hey, let's maybe talk about the guy that tried to bomb the DNC and the RNC headquarters.
I agree with you that I think it's like a small group of people in the large group of people that actually did it, but not all, obviously not all of them, but like a small group of people planned maybe for something bigger to happen. But
are you buying the reports that they're planning something big for January 20th?
I mean, anything is possible at this point. If they found pipe bombs at the RNC and DNC, then probably yes. I mean, I feel like now that happened, it'll be harder for somebody to pull something off. But I feel like, yeah, probably.